Ron, where are you? Where is Ron right now? You done messed up, Ron!
Ron is here, everyone. Welcome back for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. Scientology done messed up, you guys. Could you even imagine, instead of Tom Cruise being the poster child for the multi-billion-dollar international family-destroying human trafficking cult known as Scientology, Scientology could have had John Stamos. Oh my goodness. An article, a series of articles, a number of articles have been making the rounds this week. Thank you everyone who's sent me links to these articles. And I'll tell you, if, as many articles as there have been, none have taken as much liberty with the headline they used for the article as did Us Weekly. And that is the inspiration of the title of today's video. Their headline is literally, John Stamos says he was kicked out of the Church of Scientology for effing around so much. Is that really what happened? Kinda, sorta, not really. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, John Stamos says he was kicked out of Scientology for effing around so much. Wow, wowie, wow. Let's get into the details. When John Stamos was 17 years old, he was allegedly recruited to join Scientology, though his membership did not last long. He says, with me, I was in an acting class, and there was this hot girl who said to me, you know, we'll all be meeting at this place on Hollywood Boulevard. You should come after class. Stamos was telling this story on a podcast recently. He said, I was working at my dad's restaurant at the time, and I said, Dad, I got to go. So I went, and it was the Scientology building. It was both the hot girl and his acting idol, John Travolta, who inspired Stamos to go to the meeting. Seeing Grease was like, I want to be that. Stamos recalled, I wanted to be John Travolta. I still do. Well, minus whatever it is that they do. Travolta joined Scientology in 1975. John Stamos, meanwhile, never made it past one of the introductory sessions. After Stamos arrived to the Scientology building, he was brought into the center and introduced to a machine known as the E-meter, which was made out of 2 cans. Guys, it is so weird, some of the ways that articles in these tabloid magazines get written. The E-meter was made out of 2 cans. Like, who writes that sentence and thinks that sentence makes sense? Now, let's show, well, I guess I'm going to show you a photo of the E-meter here. I guess this photo doesn't actually, come on now. What are we doing here? I guess this photo doesn't show the cans of the E-meter. This was the version of the E-meter used from 1996 to 2014. And this here is the version of the E-meter that's been in use since 2014. And there you can see the 2 cans. They actually call them cans in Scientology. And actually, Jenna Miscavige and I did a video the other day using an E-meter that we'd put our hands on. We had the older, we didn't have the newest model. We had the older version. And we kind of showed some of the Scientology training drills that people do to learn how to use the E-meter. That was a lot of fun. You can check that out. The name of that video is Scientology Interrogation Demo with Jenna Miscavige. Okay, back to the article. So he was introduced to the machine known as the E-meter, which was attached to 2 cans. Scientology claims that the E-meter indicates a change in emotional state to identify stored engrams and levels of spiritual distress. The Full House alum immediately started playing around with the device, pretending to hold a fake phone conversation. I was doing a Peabody and Sherman impression, and they did not like that. Then I was just effing around so much, they said, get out, get going, and they just kicked me out. After the podcast host joked that John Stamos was too annoying to join the controversial group, the actor concurred. That's pretty bad. I must have been terrible. Let's see. Is there more? Okay, Stamos previously detailed his experience with Scientology in his book, If You Would Have Told Me. He says, I'm walking to my car. Mia runs out and hand me, oh, I guess she must be the hot girl. Mia runs out and hands me my workbooks. Hey, you forgot these. And she adds an extra book the size of a brick to my stack. Start with this one, she says, smiling. I think it will open your eyes to some amazing things. When John Stamos opened the book, he read a passage about control and controlling your reactionary mind and controlling energy, controlling space, and controlling time. It must have been the Dianetics book. While the book intrigued John Stamos to stop by the Scientology location, he soon found the location to be creepy as F. One man begins to question me about committing crimes and asks if I have negative thoughts about Scientology or L. Ron Hubbard, and probes into some strange sex inquiries. The Wayback Machine needle. He's talking about the e-meter. So the e-meter needle jumps in the corner and Mia looks disappointed. Apparently, I am not Scientology material. Darn it. Scientology, meanwhile, has not publicly addressed John Stamos's claims. Is it me, you guys, or are people coming out of the woodwork with Scientology stories? Is it possible that there's been such a culture shift ever since Tom Cruise made it okay to joke about Scientology back in 2004, whenever he jumped on the couch? Was it 2005 when he jumped on the couch? I think it might have been 2005. I mean, once Tom Cruise became the butt of jokes and the laughing stock of Hollywood, once it became okay to publicly ridicule Tom Cruise, which before the jump on the couch, you did not F around in Hollywood and make fun of Tom Cruise. It was not a thing at all. So Tom Cruise, once he assumed his ultimate form as Tom Cruise, the super Scientologist, he was no longer the mysterious and enigmatic movie star who, he would comment on Scientology a little bit here. I remember in an old Barbara Walters interview when Tom looked like he couldn't have been more than like 23 years old. This old Barbara Walters interview, he mentioned Scientology and dyslexia and the study technology and L. Ron Hubbard. And I was like, man, he looks kind of uncomfortable talking about this stuff, but he wouldn't talk about it that much. He went from just being the guy who would mention it every now and then to being like, it's all he ever talked about. And his erratic behavior started coming forward. And I don't know, I think that was the sea change where once it became okay to ridicule Tom Cruise without it being, professional suicide, I think it also became more and more okay to ridicule Scientology. But it does seem like there's been a little bit of a tidal wave lately of people bringing up Scientology in a negative way, telling Scientology stories, publicly calling Scientology a cult, comparing it to this, comparing it to that. And I think it's fantastic. I'm here for it all day, you guys. Any and every time someone in Hollywood or in the media, in the entertainment industry throws Scientology under the bus like this, I'm going to do my best to bring it to you because that's just what I do, folks. Let's see. Barb is helping me start some comments in the back here. I know this is just a quick one, but let's see if we got anything here. Down the rabbit hole news. Good to see you, Rabbit. Wait, Uncle Jesse is a Scientologist? Thank goodness, no. Praise Xenu. Praise Xenu. Purple Haze. From now on, I'm calling it the Wayback Machine. Yeah, that is funny. Let's see. Does it matter to you? Not for me. Aaron, will there be another video with you and Jenna using the Wayback Machine? You bet your bottom dollar there will be. That was a lot of fun. We got a lot of really good feedback on the e-meter video that we did. And there's so many more different demonstrations that we can do with it. There's also other demonstrations Jenna and I were just talking yesterday about doing. You've probably heard a lot of the former Scientologists talk about the endless hours they've spent in the course room studying different courses and some of the various reasons why it takes so long to do Scientology's courses. And you've heard us mention different types of methods to clear words in dictionaries. And you might have wondered, how many different methods could there possibly be to look up misunderstood words? And there are precisely 9 different methods to find and look up words in Scientology. And sometimes you'll hear us refer to them if we're talking to each other, like method 9 or method 7 or method 4 or method 3. And it might just be fun to show you how mind numbing these processes are to get a little bit more of an appreciation of exactly what it's like when you hear us talking about spending time in the course rooms. So that's something that I think would be a lot of fun, and we're going to be doing something like that. Some of those methods are done on the e-meter. Some of those methods are done off of the e-meter. So we'll see what happens there. Court TV. Wait, John Stamos is a Scientologist? Thank God. No, he dallied briefly. He puffed, but he did not inhale. And that is what really matters. Court TV says, we thought we missed something, questioning our existence for a bit. Nope. John Stamos marked safe from becoming Tom Cruise's replacement as Scientology's poster child. All right, everyone, just a really quick one here. I do have a few more that I want to squeeze in today. I know I say that every day. It really is true. It's just been so hard for me to focus lately, but I'm doing my best. Stick with me, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, Oh, Dancing for My Love, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.